Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back. If this is the first time that you're watching my video, my name is Natalie. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you can subscribe and share if you love what I do here. So in this video, we are going to talk about Aries new moon. This really powerful and energy-packed new moon that is happening for us just hours after the sun enters Aries and welcoming the spring equinox and kicking off a new astrological year for all of us. Aries is the first sign of the 12 sign in this zodiacal wheel. That is why when the sun enters Aries, it is back to the beginning to kickstart a new astrological year for all of us. So this Aries new moon is happening on Hong Kong time, March 22nd, 1:23 a.m. Hong Kong time. Or in the US, it is going to happen on March 21st, 1:23 p.m. Eastern time. So adjust the time according where you are in the world. I can't help but to see the numerology of the Eastern time because it is March 21st, 1:23 p.m. So we have 3, 2, 1 and 1, 2, 3. So it's this going backward and going forward in the numbers. So this is really signifying an ending and a new beginning for all of us. So anyway, let's get back to it. This new moon in Aries is happening at the 0 degree of Aries. At 0 degree 45 minutes to be exact. So it is in the very first potent, powerful degree. Just as we kickstart this new astrological year. And this new moon is even energized further with this sextile with Pluto in Capricorn that is also at the very end, the aneretic degree in Capricorn. So we have this two planets that is at the very last and beginning of their sign. So this sextile is super powerful and potent. And Pluto, as we all know, because it's at its last degree of Capricorn, just 2 days after this new moon, Pluto will step into Aquarius, a new sign. So definitely another ending and beginning, a newness is coming in. Pluto is going to dip into Aquarius to kickstart what's to come for us in the sign of Aquarius for the next 20 years. Also this week, we have Mars also at the last degree in Gemini and going to enter the new sign after almost 8-month journey in the sign of Gemini. I cannot wait for Mars to finally leave Gemini and enter into a new sign. And that is going to happen on the 25th. So within this short week, we have new. We have the sun entering Aries, kickstarting this new season, new astrological year. We have Pluto dipping into Aquarius, going to kick off a new 20-year cycle. And then we have Mars entering Cancer to kick off another new cycle for all of us. So there's a lot of energy shifts that is happening, taking place this week. So also a reminder to take care of yourself energetically, physically, emotionally as we move through all these energetical shifts as well. Having all these energy shifts, it really feels like you know, in some countries in winter time, we have to shuffle the snow to make a new path for us as the snow getting thicker and thicker. So this week, with all this energy shifts, this new energy kicking in and all that, it really just feels like that last shuffle of ice, snow out to the street to create that new path that is in front of us. We're finally seeing or having that first glimpse of what this new path can be like for all of us. And this can be something about our Aries rule house. This can also be about our Aquarius or our Cancer rule house, as they are all going to experience some new energy coming in as well. For some people, it might not be physical evidence that you're seeing that is changing, that is shifting, that is starting right away. But this can be an underlying feeling that you're feeling in your bones that something new is coming in, or something new has to start or initiate, something old have to be let go, and so on and so forth. Because Pluto will dip into Aquarius this week for about three months until June, and Pluto will retrograde back into Capricorn for a while, and Pluto will only fully step into Aquarius and kickstart this 20-year cycle for us next year in 2024. So this period of time can feel like a transition for some of us, or all of us, right? We have this period of transition where we are going to have a glimpse between now to June to see what might take place in our life individually or as a collective in the next 2 decades, or that's going to start in 2024, next year, when Pluto officially enters Aquarius and without going back to Capricorn. So this year, the rest of 2023 might feel like a transition period where you're tying loose ends with whatever is happening in your life for you, in order for you to welcome, create, begin a new cycle in a particular area of your life, or in general in the next year. Let's talk about the ruler of this Aries new moon, which is Mars. Mars rules Aries, and Mars right now is still, yes I know, is still in Gemini, but later this week Mars will enter Cancer. So even though Mars is still in Gemini, Mars is traveling into new territory of the sign of Gemini, because Mars has just finished traveling all the degree points where Mars was retrograde in the sign of Gemini in October to January. Now Mars is in a new degree point in Gemini, so this Mars is definitely going back and forth in the previous months. So this energy can feel like that maybe for some of you, you have been thinking back and forth, going through something in your mind for the past few months. It can be since August 2022 when Mars entered Gemini, or it can be during the retrograde period, which is the end of October to mid-January. So everybody's human story is different. There might be something that you're going back and forth, thinking back and forth, not totally sure yet of the decision you're going to make, direction you're going to take. You're still hesitating, or you're still weighing the pros and cons, and so on and so forth. And now that Mars is in Gemini in a new degree point, you're gaining clarity. You're seeing you're seeing the truth, or you're discovering the truth, or you are getting a clear yes or no as to how you want to move forward, understanding and realizing something, or how you want to move, which direction to take, what decision to make in certain areas of your life, or in general in your human story. Mars in Gemini is supporting all the planet that is in Aries right now, which is the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Jupiter, and Chiron, to take action. So this is a very potent energy as well, and this can be a very busy energy too. So remember, in order to move through all this energy, you need to take care of yourself. If you feel any anxious, overwhelming feeling, move your body, right? Or maybe take a break or take a step back and rest as well. Also, this new moon in Aries is conjuncting Mercury that is in Aries right now, and it is also having a out of sign conjunction, like a loose conjunction with Neptune in Pisces. So this energy can feel like you're speaking, you're communicating about the new beginning that you're thinking about, that you're wanting to start to begin, because we're talking about Mercury. And this is also about how you're seeing how you can take actions and tangible steps to ground your dreams into reality instead of just fantasizing. Because we have Neptune conjuncting this new moon in Pisces, but we also have Saturn that just entered Pisces to support it as well. So the interesting point about Saturn in Pisces during this new moon is that Saturn is sitting right at the same degree point where we just have a Pisces new moon a month ago. So the Pisces new moon was also at the same degree point where Saturn is sitting right now, traveling through in Pisces. So for some of us, maybe this is about you circling back a month ago during Pisces new moon. Maybe there is a dream, a desire that you want to start, go after, that you're thinking about. Well, now Saturn come back to this point to give you support, to ask you, well, what are you going to do about this dream or fantasy? Are you going to take tangible steps or make a plan to actually make it happen for yourself? So that's just an interesting point that is happening during this new moon as well. So another aspect that is happening during this full moon is that we have Venus and North Node conjuncting each other in the sign of Taurus. And Venus also is the ruler of Taurus, hence she is the ruler of the North Node as well. Venus talks about your self-value, your self-worth, what you want to manifest, what brings you joy. It also talks about your one-on-one relationships and your money matter, finance, so on and so forth. This is a nice aspect, and this is also about something that maybe you want to call in because you see the potential, you see the value in them, you feel like it's worth it, you're worth it, and this thing or people situation that you want to call in is worth your investment, it's worth your time, and this is something you want to ground into reality. For some, this might feel like something that is fated or destined as well, because we're talking about the North Node here as well. Venus conjuncting North Node is also having a sextile with Saturn that is in Pisces right now. So Saturn sextiling this Venus North Node conjunction is providing a supportive energy, stability to this aspect. It's giving you a sense of alignment, reassuring you that all these can come through. They can be real as long as you believe and take tangible steps to make a plan or start taking steps to ground them into reality. And this sextile between North Node and Saturn in Pisces is going to go on for a while, because the North Node is traveling back to the last few degrees of Taurus, and Saturn is traveling forward in the first few degrees of Pisces. So they are having this sextile for quite a while, and it is the tightest around this time until around May, and around mid-May it will start to fade out as they are further and further apart of each other. So during this time until I would say mid-May, this aspect might really feel like, for some people, that you're really seeing the possibility of your dreams becoming reality, sort of like a dream come true moment for you, because you know that it can be real. You know the tangible steps and plan you can do to take in order to make it happen. So it's a very supportive energy for you to make your dream come true. Also, just a heads up, we are going to have not one but two Aries new moon this year. Yes, you heard me right. We are welcoming this Aries new moon on the 21st, 22nd, but we are also going to have another Aries new moon at the end. No, not end. It is going to be April 20th, so not the end. So on April 20th, we're going to have another new moon in Aries, but this time it's going to be a solar eclipse. And this solar eclipse in Aries is taking place at the very end, 29 degrees of Aries. So again, super potent. Is at the energetic degree, where it's also called the degree of the fate. And this can really cause a collective shift and change as well. So both of them are really potent, but I personally think that solar eclipse is even more potent. So just a heads up for everyone to make a mental note about it. And this will be the first eclipse in Aries that we are going to get to happen in 9 years, okay? Because 9 years ago the nodes were in Aries and Libra, but you know, it moves, and now we're going to very soon welcome the nodal change officially in July. That is when the nodes, the North Node, South Node will change from Scorpio, Taurus axis to Libra, Aries axis. So in true Aries fashion, the Aries solar eclipse is going to just run out, jump out, and land on us before the official nodal change. It's happening in April 20th. So definitely a major shift, so pay attention to that as well. So overall, lots of newness coming in, happening for all of us in this week and during this new moon in Aries. And I know that not every single person in the world loves newness or change. Some of us, you know, we have more fixed energy. Maybe we don't do so well with change. We're more into having a routine, being in our comfort zone, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's normal, right? And some people don't like changes. They resist it. They resist the new because they don't want to leave their comfort zone. They're happy with what's happening in their life, and they don't want the change. Or maybe some of them, they know, but they're scared. They resist it because they're scared of the unknown, or they have scarcity mindset, limiting belief as to what might happen or what might not happen, and so on and so forth. So I think the best way to face this energy is try to stay optimistic. And I know sometimes it's hard, and knowing that no matter what newness is coming in, it is because the universe is redirecting us to something better. Maybe you don't feel like it at the moment, but when you look back, you will understand why. So yes, this can be challenging for some of us, because it will challenge us about how we face and deal with changes. How do we respond to newness that needs to come in, whether we're ready or not, want it or not, but it's coming in, especially I think around that solar eclipse. So now that you know what's ahead of you, you can tune into this energy, you can get ready and use your method to stay grounded and flexible for what's to come. So now let's look at the universe message for all of us. I draw cards out to see what is the new moon in Aries message for all of us as a collective from the universe. So wow, from the tarot card we have Two of Swords, Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands. My goodness. So yes, just like I said, for some of us, maybe a certain situation, people or thing, or an area of your life, or maybe just in general, there's something that you're unsure, you're going back and forth, you're still thinking through, you're not sure the direction you want to head towards, the decision that you have to make. And some of them because you're still waiting for that yes or no, or some of you are scared. you fear that you might make the wrong choice, but the universe is asking you and telling you, well, you won't ever make a wrong choice. There's no right or wrong. There's only a decision to make. Whether it is right or wrong, it's not. Because at the end of the day, as long as you're following your heart, you're following your intuition, listening to your heart, what is true for you, what is right for you, what is it that you truly want to go after, you can't go wrong. And yes, maybe things might not happen the way you want, in the exact shape or form you want, but it is ultimately going to bring you what you need and what's best for you, right? It can be an opportunity, an experience, a lesson, a message, a redirection, but you will never be wrong, right? And for some of you, that clarity finally comes. And if you're still doubting and questioning, the universe is asking you, well, let's take a break from the ego mind and drop your energy back to the heart center to ask your intuition, ask your heart, talk to your higher self. What is it that you truly want? And from there, you will make the right decision. And for some of you, this new moon in Aries is definitely going to bring in a new beginning for you. For some, this can be something that will make you really happy. This can be a relationship. This can be something that brings you joy. This can definitely be a new endeavor, creative project, career path that you're passionate about. Maybe for some, this is starting your own business. Maybe this is really making your dream come true. And the universe is reminding you, asking you, what do you want? What does your heart desire? As long as you back up with inspired action, everything is possible. And then from the Moonology card, we have, whoa, first quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. And then we have new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Again, this new moon is having a sextile with the Neptune in is conjuncting Neptune in Pisces. And during this new moon, we also have Venus North Node sextiling Saturn in Pisces. So definitely this is about stepping into your power to ground your dreams into reality, trusting the divine, trusting to the universe that is always co-creating with you, that you can attune to the divine, listen to your intuition. Maybe some of us might receive some message or download during this time to help you make the decision. So pay attention to that as well. And lastly, from the Starseed Oracle, we have weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So this card is very clearly telling you that we are about to welcome something new into our life, into our world as a collective. With all this energy shifts, this is the time to let go the burden, what the energy, people, things, situation that is no longer serving you, that's not yours to carry. It is time to know that you cannot run on empty and with all the weight that is on your shoulder. Are you hoarding responsibility that's not yours? Are you taking care of everyone else but yourself? Are you letting scarcity mindset, limiting beliefs to make you fear of the unknown and fear of the newness that is wanting to come in? Remember that we need to set clear boundaries for ourselves as well, not just physically, emotionally, but also energetically, right? Sometimes we can be fearing like, oh my god, there's so much I want to do, there's so much change I want to bring into the world, that I want to be a change maker, and so on and so forth. That can be a very heavy burden and create anxiety and overwhelming feelings for you as well. So this is a card to ask yourself as well. What are you carrying that is not yours? It is time to let it go, to make space, because we have so much newness that is wanting to come in. So I hope this message helps. Feel free to drop me a comment if you feel resonate or if it's helpful in any way. And I am wishing you all a happy new moon in Aries. May all your dreams come true. Definitely use this energy during this full moon, this new moon, to set your intentions, to journal, to meditate, to speak your intention, your dreams, everything that you want out loud, because we have not just the sun, the moon, we have Mercury in Aries. So this is about you letting your voice be heard. So don't be afraid to go big, because we also have Jupiter in Aries. So this is about going big and bigger, because nothing is too far-fetched, nothing is too much or too big. Jupiter is there supporting you. Chiron is there as well. So if there's anything you want to heal and on your healing journey or whatnot, this is the time to really set that intention out and allow the universe to come in, co-create with you. Happy new moon to everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.